All right, we're going to read insects, an introduction to what characteristics insects have and how they fit into the animal kingdom. There's a quiz, there's the age range, table of contents. All right, I'm going to let you begin and go ahead. What is an insect?
An ant is an insect, so it's a grasshopper and mouse. How are they alike? Count their legs. Adult insects have six. That's more than birds, lizards, or mice. Spiders and ticks creep around on eight legs, so they're not insects either. But beetles, cockroaches, and water bugs are. A flower beetle crawls around on six legs. It's an insect.
Okay, so you can see right here on the bottom of the page, there's a question, and then there's an answer right here. So we will read this last. How many kinds of insects are there? And then it says right here's the answer. So far, comma, scientists have discovered about 1 million. They are finding more every day. So they don't know. They don't know. All right, go ahead.
While looking at a butterfly or a bee, also count its body parts. How many do you see? Adult insects have three main parts. They have a head. That's where their mouth, eyes, and antenna are. Six legs poke out of their thorax or middle. Their tail and is called an abdomen. This beetle has three body sections. What are antennae used for? They are sensors that can touch, smell, and taste.
All right, very good, very good. Say this word again for me, please.
While
Yeah, okay, while. While.
while
All right, let's go to the next page. Go ahead. Adult insects.
Adult insects have an exoskeleton. This outer shell serves as armor. It protects their soft bodies. Most insects can fly. Just look at mosquitoes, wasps, and dragonflies. Even beetles flitter about. Beetles have a pair of hard outer wings. Hi- Hiding under them, they have a set of soft wings. They use the soft wings to fly. An insect sheds its hard exoskeleton. This beetle eats flower petals. Eat or be eaten. What do insects eat? Just about anything. They munch on plants and animals. Some even eat trash. Insects have many ways to get food. Locusts, butterflies, and aphids all eat plants. Locusts chew on leaves with powerful jaws. Butterflies suck up nectar with tube-like mouths. Tiny aphids have needle-like mouthparts. They poke them into plant to feed. Some insects are predators. Praying mantis snatch up other insects with powerful front legs. Large water bugs swim under the water to catch small fish and frogs. Still, other insects are parasites. Mosquitoes and fleas bite animals. Then they suck up the animal's blood. Lice feed on the skin, blood, and feathers of animals. Do insects feed on people? Mosquitoes do. So do some flies, fleas, and lice. Bed bugs bite people when they sleep. A water strider is a predator. It makes a meal of another insect. This Venus flytrap caught a bug to eat. Do people eat insects? What eats insects? Just about every type of animal. They are food for many birds, bees, lizards, snakes, frogs, fish, and mice also eat insects. Even some plants do. Luckily, insects have ways to have ways to protect themselves. Some moths look like tree bark. Their camouflage makes it hard to spot them. Wasps have stingers and have and have pincers. And stink bugs just smell too bad to eat. Do people eat insects? Yes, in South America, some people fry up ants. They snack up on them like popcorn.
All right, let's take a look at this word right here. We're going to say this. You said it correctly, but let's say it a little bit better. So when you look at this, the stingers.
Stingers.
Stinger.
Stinger.
Stingers.
So you're
Stingers.
always, yeah, stingers. Yeah, stingers. And then also pincer.
Pincer.
Pincers.
Pincer.
Yeah, it's their little claws. All right, their little claws. Very good. Where do insects live? Go ahead.
Insects live almost everywhere. Insects are found wherever there is food. This includes treetops and ponds. They can live in caves and under the ground. Insects are found in people's homes and trash. Insects can live in harsh habitats. Ironclad beetles need little water. They live in dry deserts. Arctic beetles are hardy enough to survive in snow and ice. And ironclad beetle survives in the dry desert. Honeybees live in colonies and work together to make honey. Some insects live in colonies. They work as a team to gather food. Leaf cutter ants cut up large leaves. They carry the pieces back to their nest to make food. Colonies also protect their hives. If a hornet nest is bothered, angry hornets swarm out. They may sting any animals that get too close to their hive. How large can insect colonies get? Some hornet and wasp colonies may have hundreds of insects, and colonies can number in the thousands.
Thousand.
Thousands. This butterfly lays eggs on a leaf. The babies will eat the leaves when they hatch. Metamorphosis. After mating,
Metamorphosis.
metamorphosis. After mating, a female insect lays her eggs. She may bury them. She may bury them in the ground. Some females may place them on a plant. Others will even put them inside a dead animal. The eggs just need to be near food. Young insects are very hungry when they hatch. They're called larvae. Many larvae are too small to find food on their own.
Larva.
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 Some larvae are very different than adult insects. They look like worms. You'd call them caterpillars or grubs. Others look a lot like adults. They're just smaller and don't have wings. Young insects eat and eat to grow quickly. A larva may go from a tiny speck to a fat caterpillar in weeks. Some insects look like tiny adults when they hatch. Um, all larvae go through a change called metamorphosis. For some insects, they just get bigger and grow wings. But butterflies, beetles, and bees are different. They go through a pupa stage. They wrap themselves in uh, cocoon. Their bodies change. They grow legs and wings. When they burst out, they're adult insects. This butterfly is ready to come out of its cocoon.
Cocoon. No, 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 no. Cocoon.
Cocoon. Uh, a bee spreads pollen from flower to flower as it eats nectar. Insects in the world. Many people think insects are pests. They bite, they sting, but every animal has a purpose. When a bee lands on a flower, pollen gets trapped on its hairy legs. The bee then buzzes off. It spreads pollen to other plants. These plants need the pollen to make seeds. Can insects harm people? Most can't, but some insects, like mosquitoes, carry disease. They can infect a person with a bite. Insects are nature garbage collectors. Roll over a fallen tree. Underneath there will be all sorts of hungry critters. You might find ants, beetles, and even some grubs. Insects clean up nature. They eat dead animals, fallen trees and leaves, and animal waste. You may not always like insects. They can be pests, but they have important jobs to do. Wasp eat fallen fruit before it rots.
All right, let's look at these words right here.
collector,
Collectors.
Oh, very good. Let's look at this word.
underneath,
Underneath.
Very good. I like how you held that sound. Underneath. Very good. Very good.
Underneath.
Very good. Now, I know you read very quickly, very fast, and which is good, which is a good thing. But sometimes you are forced to slow down in order for things to have more clarity. All right. You may not always like insects. Okay. So remember that. Sometimes it's good to slow down. You may not always like insects. Okay. All right. Good job. Let's look at the glossary here. Here you have antenna.
and
Oops.
antenna,
Camouflage. Cocoon. No, 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 no. Colony.
exoskeleton,
Exoskeleton. Larvae. I know it's larva here, but it's larvae, I believe.
metamorphosis,
This was a hard one, metamorphosis. The change of a form or structure, so like what butterflies do and certain insects that change, or also too, like if a teacher tells you, hey, you're changing the way you think, you're changing as a student, I'm watching you grow, I'm watching you learn, I'm watching you become a better student, they can say your metamorphosis into a better student.
parasite,
Parasite,
predator,
predator, and this one's weird, but
pupa,
pupa. All right, good job. Let's see if there was a quiz. Do you remember if there was a quiz?
Maybe. Yes.
Yes. All right, let's do the quiz. Oh,
How
you're gonna
many
have
legs
fun.
do
You're gonna have fun this quiz. Look how many. Look how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 questions. All right, go ahead and begin.
How many legs do insects have? 6. Which is not an insect? Uh, Spiders. How many insects have been discovered? About 1 million. How many body parts do? 3. What is the tail and end of insect called? The abdomen. Where are 6 legs attached to? Uh, the thorax. What is an exoskeleton? An outer shell. Some insects are predators. True. Which insect is not a parasite? Praying mantis. What can an insect do to stop from being eaten? Uh, camouflage itself. What do bees and wasps have to protect itself? Stingers. What do stink bugs have to protect itself? Their smell. What do ants have to protect itself? Uh, pincers. Some ants and bees live in colonies. True. What is it called when insect goes through changes? Metamorphosis.